full of milk before we talk it out. I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like I'm gonna do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get off, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing his Lance on third down.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
And Lance now to throw.
Out left, he's got it to Everett.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now a play fake. Lance.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And that makes the score 7-0. Following a touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And finally stopped, but what a return all the way down to the 40.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They go play action with Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is going to be intercepted.
picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Walton. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run again with Walton. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them, and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Ready?
4th down. Here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Quite a decision there on 4th down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points, and following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
And to about the 23.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This is taken at the 18. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor?
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Lance. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. And he's got it down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They go back to Walton. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Now Walton. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Walton. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Santos with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Lance. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From the gun, he'll hand this off. On the move past the 40. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Lance. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Lance to throw it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Seahawksons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. To throw, it's Lance. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. They'll run with Rolton, and he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Fielded at about the 28. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
It's caught inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here we go.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On third down, it's Walton, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 42 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Play action. Now Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change? And now here is another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
49ers 14.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
This will be a return from deep in the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, 49ers. It's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board. And that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it. And as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming. And that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Up the middle they go. Walton, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Off of play action, here's Lance. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Niners on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Lance looking to throw it. And that is incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Up and good for Santoso. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick.
big spot, and he delivers.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, it's Walton, and this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And Lance going to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jalen Reagor from 4 yards out. And the Niners get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st down, Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
61. That's spot.
Now a handoff up the middle. Walton. And he's got some space here. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point.
And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Niners 31. Seahawks 28.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And there he goes again. 20. He will score. Touchdown, 49ers. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Here's Lance.
He finds his man, complete. That's Rhodes. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the
49ers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Up the middle they go. It's Walton. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Walton. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Walton. Room here to run. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Lance now on 1st down. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Lance now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we've
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper. They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies.
Cubone stallion with the lip. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we hold the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, knock the waist, stomping in my big black J's. 20, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore. From Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up.